Hey y'all, probably asking yourself, why is there an airplane on my video? Well, those aren't my hands right now. Those are a flight instructor's hands, and I am in the left seat on an airplane introductory flight to an airman's introductory flight. Now, I could have, and I did, record the sound directly into the recorder, but due to my fault, not the fault of the equipment, it didn't come out that great, and I'll let you guys hear some of that coming up. The sound you're hearing now is from the Prism, but I'm going to shut up for a minute and show you what the sound was coming out. Now, this is, again, is my fault, not the equipment's fault, because the equipment worked flawlessly. I just screwed up on the input, so that's why I'm going to cut the audio out of this so you can see that it is really bad, and I promise if this continues, I will get it much better. So this is what the audio sounds like.
So that's good. We'll put it back rich. Our vacuum is at the very top of the green. We got almost full tanks of the green. Nothing wrong with you.
And that's what the audio sounds like. The instructor was just showing me, you know, what should be in the green, what should be in, what should not be in the red, and he's going through his progression, pre-flight check, not pre-flight check, his run-up check. And this is something that I've wanted to do since I was a teenager, and of course everybody knows that I am not a teenager anymore, so I'm gonna see if we can do it. So we'll play some of this and let it go through it, and again, he's still running through his progression. And I've interviewed 3 flight schools, and dawned on me that I should have recorded a lot of this stuff, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking of it. And then I went, wait a minute, I have all the equipment to do it, and why not do it? So here it is. As I actually told this instructor, a very cool guy, I won't mention his name because he said I could record, but I feel that I shouldn't say his name. He's very cool, and he was very cool about me recording. But we'll just keep his name private for now. Later on, if I decide to actually pursue this, I'll introduce him. But as you can see, we've released the plane, and we're going into controlled ground space into our local airport. This is TF Green in Providence, Rhode Island. Actually, Warwick, Rhode Island, considered KPVD, but yeah, it's in the city of Warwick, not the city of Providence. And going through this is not an instructional video, guys. Let me preface that as this is not an instructional video. This is just for entertainment purposes only, and you know, to have some kicks and, you know, have a little bit of fun. And if I decide to make videos of this, these will all be entertainment videos. Please don't take my mistakes as instructions, because I won't be in any kind of position to do that. So, disclaimer over. Let's go back to having some fun, and probably throw in some music here while this plays out. right here is where he gives me the controls and says, "You take off." Okay. So, yeah. Obviously, we increased power, and we're up in the air. Holy shit, we're up in the air. And I'm sure he was giving it some rudder because I was too busy holding my breath. But, yeah. But I'm keeping it straight. As you can see, he's got his hands off the thing and I'm controlling it. And that little press of a button there, that was just him talking to the tower, getting our, whatever it's called, signal, and then telling me to take a right. I guess he's pressing the button there on the right. That's communication with the air traffic control. And yeah, flying the plane. Here we go. At this point, we're heading back to the airport, obviously.
Yeah.
He's got the controls. I don't have the controls because,
You know.
and that is my hand.
You know.
Yeah, he's got the controls.
Happened to the road.
Of course, he doesn't want a first timer to land the plane. You know, there's another plane on the runway, and of course, we don't want to hit that plane. So let the experienced pilot take over and let him land the plane. It's always a good thing.
Control power and pitch.
And of course, he's explaining to me what he's doing, how he's doing it. Not basically an instruction, but kind of an overall of what he's doing. And we're on the ground. Yeah, we're on the ground again. Yo. This is when I really start breathing versus those really short breaths. You know, so yeah, a hell of an experience. For anybody that wants to do stuff like this, all the aviation schools, learn to fly schools have an introductory flight. They're $150. They're pretty much what you saw in this video, regardless of what school it was. Like I said, I went to 3 different schools to basically interview to see which school I felt more comfortable with, to see what their equipment was. And what you get is just barely over an hour of flight time. It actually counts towards your log, and it sees if you can meld with the instructor, or if you're, you know, I really don't like the instructor, or this instructor is really cool. It kind of gives you the opportunity to do that. One conversation that we had real quick is, as all of you know, I researched the hell out of everything. Again, not making the right decision every time, but I researched the hell out of everything, and what I decided to do is make sure that I was medically cleared to fly, because you don't want to spend 40, 60, 80 hours in the air and then come to find out that you're not going to pass your medical and not going to be able to fly. So, you know, at $150, $200 an hour, $300 an hour, whatever it is that it ends up being, or 300 and change a lesson, you really don't want to spend, you know, 40, 60 lessons, spending all that money and saying all of a sudden you have an arrhythmia in your heart and, you know, you can't fly, or you have some kind of cataract, or I don't know, some kind of medical reason why you can't fly. So that is the one thing that I would suggest you guys do if you decide to go for your PPL or your private pilot's license, is, you know, as you're interviewing schools, if you're serious, go on the FAA.gov website. They have medical people that are certified. I've got really lucky. My general practitioner was one of 2 people in the Providence area to be the FAA certification doctor. So I got really lucky. All I need to do is, you know, fill out the form online, which I already did, and I've got an appointment set up with him. So as I was waiting for that appointment, this is my perfect time to, you know, get the introductory flights over with, get the interview process over with. That's what I use these as, interviews for which flight school I was going to use or go to. Try to be the best informed that I could be. That being said, is all 3 schools had good instructors. I mean, not pushy salespeople, not trying to tell you something that, you know, you'll fly in 40 hours, or, you know, we guarantee you this or we guarantee you that. They're trying to be realistic with you, and again, they want to have you pass. So they're going to give you the best instruction possible, and, you know, get you to pass the course, because their flight school is rated as well as how many students do they pass. It's, you know, it behooves them to give good, clear instruction on how to do stuff, and make sure that their students are properly trained to a piece of equipment that is dangerous. You want to make sure that you're properly instructed on how to do it, and, you know, you're not doing something stupid, and you're the right person to be up there. Let this guy park, and we'll end the narrative here and watch a little bit more video. But you know, he's controlling the airplane at this point, you know, because we don't want to hit anything that we're not supposed to be hitting. So, hope you found this entertaining. Leave comments below. As always, actually not again, but as always, big salute to our troops. Please recycle, reuse. Let's save this beautiful planet so we can fly in it. And peace out, folks.
As a stop, so to shut this thing down, we're going to turn off the avionics and the radios first, then we're going to kill the fuel mixture. You'll see the pop stop, and then turn off the key and then the master. Here come the radios. There's the mixture. And then we'll turn off the key, and then the master. And that's it.
Then that'll go off automatically.
So that one, so I kept that on just to get the engine times on there, but that's controlled by the standby battery switch. So right now, technically, we're running off the standby battery, which is a good test for it.